Hello and welcome to day 3 of the best of Bellingham and Whatcom County, as I see it. Today I am standing in the historic Fairhaven district of Bellingham, and I am directly across the street from what is now called the Sycamore Square building. Back in the day, over 120 years ago, it was built as the Mason Block building. So with 120 years of history, especially with all the history and epic stories from Fairhaven, it was hard to dial it down to just a few. But I picked the top 3 because, well, today is day 3 of the best of Bellingham. So story number 1 comes to us from 1895. We had this little author come to town. Supposedly he was kind of popular, by the name of, Samuel Clemens. Yes, of Huck Finn fame. Mark Twain came to town, and he actually stayed where I'm standing right now. Was the old Fairhaven Hotel, considered at the time one of the most exquisite, nicest hotels in all of the United States. At one time was called the best, most fanciest, awesome place west of Chicago and north of San Francisco. So you know this place was dialed in. And Mark Twain came into town and did a lecture right here. And so let's just pan around and take a look at what the Fairhaven Hotel looks like today. Yeah, we got some work to do, huh? It was really gorgeous, but you'll have to take a peek. But he stayed there that night. But when he got done with his lecture, he ventured across, went up to the 4th floor of the Mason Block building, now the Sycamore Square building, to the Cascade Gentlemen's Club for an after-lecture drink. Yes, just a drink. Now, story number 2 comes to us. In all the years since, this building here, and actually all of Fairhaven, has become a hub of activity for the paranormal. Yes, ghosts. And so the Sycamore Square building is no exception. In 1892, on the 4th floor, a couple lived there, and it is rumored that the one ghost that you see walks the Sycamore building wearing a green velvet dress. And they believe it to be that lady. Her name, Flora Blakely. Now, in 1892, she died somewhat of a mysterious death. We don't know. Now, inside this building, there's 4 stories. It's balconies on every level, and in the middle, it's empty. Okay. So, was she pushed? Did she jump? Did she trip and fall? We don't know. It just adds to the mystery. But supposedly, she haunts this building and actually moves chairs around, and they all tend to end up facing out towards the windows looking outwards. So I don't know. Now, what's very interesting and kind of creepy too is she also had her funeral in the courtyard of the same building. So did she plunge to her death and the funeral in the same place? Which actually leads me to story number 3, probably the most epic, awesome one of them all. Now, this also occurred in March, but not in 1892. This was March 15th, 2013, and this young couple, really young and very handsome couple, decided to have dinner at Mambo Italiano here in the Sycamore Square building, and they had dinner there in this courtyard. Now, unbeknownst to the young lady, 40 or 50 of her friends were hidden in those balconies above, and the young, very handsome gentleman got down on a knee as her friends cheered and asked her to marry him. 2 important things from that night. 1, she said yes. The second, neither Tammy nor I knew the story about Flora Blakely. Thank goodness to know that we got engaged where, this lady, this ghost, may have plunged to her death and then actually had her funeral there. But good news, we're still married. We think Flora must have, given us a thumbs up for that, so that's good. So, from Mark Twain, the ghost of Flora Blakely, and Sean Hackney, that's day 3 of the best of Bellingham and Whatcom County. Where will day 4 take us?